It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, they'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they know it. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means. Has never gotten all that much national media love, but Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But the only thing I would say is improve being more aggressive. I'd like to see Al at times try to get 30.
And that does it for us.
Muy bien again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Muchas gracias.
And we'll see you later.
De nada.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. And, of course, Jared Sullinger. Even without him over the short term, they've really come together and are playing some pretty good basketball.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. I mean, they are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than the short term.
Exactly. I mean, trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big picture deal. I mean, you have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then throw in the financial consideration. So this is more than just about the player.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Johnson in at the center position.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Clock is at 3. Bradley with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Bradley can't get it to go. Here's Fournier, guarded by Bradley. And Fournier kicks to Payton. The dish now to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong. And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Fournier. Payton dishes to Fournier. Screen by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Outside Thomas. He kicks to Horford. Outside Thomas. Back to Horford. Shot off the pick. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Count the bucket. Fournier's got his first points of the night. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Horford's shot is good. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Thomas against Payton. Here's Fournier. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
It's stolen by Bradley. Throws up, throws down the breakaway jam.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a 1-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
When I had a chance to speak with Coach Scott Skiles, he talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
And thanks for that story, Doris. For Orlando, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And that one falls for Fournier. And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing 2-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Greg, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
And so Fournier nails both of them.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a 2-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position. But as he gains strength, I think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
Now here's Payton. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Vucevic. The shot is off. Bradley with some nice D. Celtics trail by 3. Crowder the pass to Bradley. And stolen by Payton. Pitch to Fournier. Can't get it to go. And the Celtics going the other way now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
Magic leading by 3.
And back to Fournier, his real upside is on offense. Streaky 3-point shooter, a crafty ball handler, and good vision from a passing standpoint. He just needs time on the floor and to continue to keep developing.
Shot clock at 6. Payton against Thomas. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Celtics trail by 3. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Okay. And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling the defensive backboard.
Here's Fournier. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Picked by Vucevic. Puts it up from 12, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Knocks it loose. Screen by Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. And Fournier kicks to Ibaka. Another miss by Orlando. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Lambo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Serge Ibaka. Hezonja, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Jody Meeks in for Fournier.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Austin with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Mickey. He's guarded by Meeks. Biombo with the block. Shoots a 3. Smart misses. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Meeks dishes to Green. There's the feed to Meeks. Inside, Green, the pass to Biombo. There's Hezonja, guarded by Green. Hezonja's shot is off.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Right side, Green. Pulls it up. Boston again missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Crowder with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And here's Augustine to the left side wing. Outside, Meeks. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
And with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 3.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. And they played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Augustine with it, now guarded by Smart. Green against Green. He feeds it to Augustine. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
The drive by Green. Tries to snap the cold streak. Rebound by the Magic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dishes it to Augustine. Drops in the tray. Augustine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Green gets it to go.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Celtics on D. It's a three-point game. Now Meeks. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Celtics trail by 3. Smart kicks to Olynyk. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Augustine with it. Out guarded by Smart. Augustine dishes to Green. They set the pick. Up off the screen. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
That's good from Hazanya. Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Now, here's Green. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Here's Hezonja. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Another miss by Orlando.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Now, here's Green. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And now Orlando on the break. It's stolen by Green. Unhindered, going all the way. Mickey can't hit. Orlando leading. Here's Augustine. Rebound, Boston. Olynyk got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Augustine against Zeller. Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Here's Mickey. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Peyton, he's checked in for Augustine. Celtics also with a sub. Thomas is checked in, and they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hezonja. But they recover it. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. They set the pick. Pass to Zeller. Boston, no good that time either.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Peyton, looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot and game clock separated by 5, and Green gets it to go. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
How sweet was that? Thomas has terrific form.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up and down, waving towels. It's just a great atmosphere, you know, and it's inspirational just to watch the support we have, and it's something that you want to play for the country.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Horford, and it's Crowder in at the three. Now here's Thomas. Last game we saw him score 13. To the right side. Lets the three fly, and again, Boston with the triple. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Vucevic down low, guarded by Horford.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Thomas passes to Bradley. Thomas against Payton. Upside Thomas. Fires at the elbow. And that one hits back iron.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The Celtics working the ball around now. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And again, Boston with the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Down low, here's Ibaka. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, one of the things, guys, that impressed me about the Celtics was the number of assists they had. I mean, they really focused on moving the ball. And when you do that and you have shot makers, the assists pile up.
With the Celtics and their assists, they were second in the league in potential assists per game, meaning shots they missed that if they made would have been assists.
And that is a good thing, if you weren't sure. I mean, they were sandwiched between the Hawks and Warriors in that category. Pretty good company to be in. So they move the ball well. They just need to get a little more consistent at knocking down open shots.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. 3rd youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
And so Fournier nails both of them. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
Orlando trailing here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Feeds it to Augustine. The pass to Vucevic. Fournier in the corner. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
Screen by Ibaka. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Ibaka right side. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Augustine in the corner. He dishes it to Gordon. Goes up again. And the layup is good. Gordon's got it all tied up now for Orlando.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
He's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Bradley passes to Green. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Bradley dishes to Horford. And it's Green slapping it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, the great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. The shot's good from Fournier.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Augustine against Bradley. Horford sets a screen for Bradley. And there's Green on the assist by Horford. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And here we can check out the story on Avery Bradley. His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Here's Fournier. He's got 8. The dish to Gordon. Pass to Ibaka. He kicks to Augustine. 5 on the clock. Back to Ibaka. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Good on the shot.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends another couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game, and that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else.
The Magic have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Orlando. We're taking a look at Avery Bradley. His career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Here is Augustine. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Good work defensively by Horford.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dominant these past 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Here's Fournier after the basket by Boston. Here's Vucevic. Another miss by Vucevic.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Horford sets a screen for Green. At the top of the key, Horford. Here's Bradley. No luck. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Magic trail by 4. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession for the Magic. Green, he's checked in for a bucket. Hezonja comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Jody Meeks in for Fournier. Then for the Celtics, Zeller, he's checked in for Johnson. Olynyk comes in for Al Horford, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. Outside, Green. Vucevic with it. He's got 7, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Vucevic has got 9 points.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Boston.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
No good on the free throw.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Well, and back to Kelly Olynyk. As a coach, you have to identify the matchups where he can be effective because Clark is against explosive long-limb guys. They'll take advantage of him.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years, and I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second-unit player.
Boston leading by 3. And here's Smart. Kicks it to Olynyk. Corner shot. Shot's good by Mickey.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Augustine with it. Outguarded by Smart. And the wide open shot from Green. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Smart kicks to Olynyk. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Zeller, and he uses the glass on the layup. Zeller's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Hezonja. Diambo had a hand on it. They retain possession. 6 to shoot. One deep. Hezonja's shot is off. Boston leading by 5. Zeller passes to Smart. Back to Zeller. To the left side wing. The dive for the ball. Passes it to Smart, expanding his range. Hangs in deep. Zeller drops it in. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Here's Azania. Fires, high post, and he knocks down the jumper. Azania's got 6. Here's Smart. Pick by Zeller. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. The drive by Green. Misses off the right iron.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Meeks dishes to Augustine. To the paint. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Green.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Smart. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And Orlando making a change here. Payton's checked in. Thomas checked in for the Celtics. Pass to Mickey. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And it's Green missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And Olynyk kicks to Thomas. From past the arc, it's deflected. They recover it. Who's back up? And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Celtics have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
He's perfect from the line this time. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season. But give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Celtics leading by 5. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Pick by Zeller. The 3. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. 10 points for Kelly Olynyk.
You know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Now here's Payton. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Smart with the ball. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Olynyk. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Olynyk's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it. And credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
The Magic trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Orlando, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. Celtics leading by 11. Over to the wing. It's tipped. Heaton can't get it to go. And we finish one half of basketball. Celtics out in front, up by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was very positive for them. They clearly upped the intensity and upped their lead, finishing the half with an 11-point advantage. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Just an amazing game for Olynyk. He has 12 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
So it's Orlando now. They've got Vucevic, Gordon out there with Ibaka. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Payton in at the 1 spot. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with. Now here is Ibaka. For 3, Fournier, and he gets it to go. Fournier's got it back down to within single digits for the Magic.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Crowder kicks to Johnson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Vucevic. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in their rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
And watching Amir Johnson-Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
And Johnson drops them both.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, The year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Horford, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Here's Fournier, sweet little floater. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start. And yet, there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
Shot by Crowder, no good. The Magic trail by 10. And it's sent back by Horford.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Outside Gordon. Looking for Payton. He gets it there. It's the target from 18 feet. Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Thomas, he's got 8. Back to Horford. And there's the feed to Bradley. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Frozen. The guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Right wing. The drive by Vucevic. He feeds it to Fournier. Misses the 3.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Now, here's Bradley. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Fournier, defended by Crowder. Vucevic with the bucket.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Here's Crowder, and it's blocked by Gordon. And he gets it back. Here's Fournier, guarded by Bradley. Fournier's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Jeff Green is checked in for Ibaka. Hezonja comes in for Gordon. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. And then for Boston, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Green comes in for Avery Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Thomas.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Outside, Green. Vucevic down low. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Vucevic missing.
Another away-from-home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
Smart passes to Crowder. The Celtics working the ball around now. Augustine with the steal. 5-on-3 break. Jeff Green on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a look at how the Celtics performed over the last month here, Kevin. First in fewest turnovers per game. Fourth in second chance points. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
First one falls for him.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
Zeller, he's checked in for Boston. And both free throws good for Green. And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
Here's Smart after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Back to Zeller. It's stolen by Vucevic. The Magic trail by 11. Augustine with it. Now Green defending. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Pass to Meeks. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hazanya's shot is off.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Greg, how about DJ Augustine on the roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustine, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season.
So back to DJ Augustine. It's the middle of last year, and he and Jennings are practically splitting time at the point. Then Jennings goes down with an Achilles injury, and it looks like Augustine will take over full-time duty. Nope, the Pistons trade Augustine to Oklahoma City for Reggie Jackson.
So he gets them both.
You know, one thing about the Augustine-Jackson trade last year, it didn't help either the Thunder or the Pistons make the playoffs. It's just so hard to integrate a new player into your system that far into the season, especially when that player is a point guard. So a wild ride for Augustine.
Now here's Green. 11 points in the game. Green with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Biyombo with the jam.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
Celtics leading by 7. Smart kicks to Zeller. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage too, so really solid production in his first couple of years.
And so Zeller nails both of them.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Augustine passes to Green. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside, and boy, is that time.
Boston, no good that time either.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
Off the inbound pass, and it's good on the layup. Augustine's got 7 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Smart, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pick by Zeller. The drive by Green. Misses in close. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closer. Green with a screen for Augustine. 5 to shoot. This is to Meeks. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Feeds to Augustine. And the pass to Green. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 4. Now here's Smart. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Green, no luck. Magic shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Now here's Green. He's got 11. Here's Smart. Back to Green. There's the steal. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And that one's good. Meeks got 5 minutes.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Smart with the ball. Running by Augustine. It's tipped. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Jeff Green. He's right around 13 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, and I like what I'm seeing right now.
A minute 50 left to play in the third. And it's denied.
They got off to a nice start, a good start in the first half. But they've fallen off a bit here in the second half, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they just need to pick up the intensity a bit. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. To the right side. Here's Meeks. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. He's got 8 points and also a block shot. It's such a benefit to them when he plays this kind of game.
And really unexpected, but invaluable.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Green. Aaron Gordon comes in for Hezonja. Fournier is checked in for Meeks. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Augustine. .56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Payton dishes to Gordon. Up top, Ibaka. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And Orlando has possession. And they double up Payton. Tries from 16. Here's Gordon. He dishes it to Fournier. Bangs home the trifecta. Fournier's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Magic. Boston trailing. 30 seconds left to play here in the third. Thomas against Payton. And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Gordon. Here's Fournier. 16 points for him. Gordon with a screen on Bradley. For 3, Fournier misses the shot. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Magic lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 2. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Horford is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now here is Ibaka. On the wing, Gordon. He's guarded by Thomas. 4 on the clock. Picked by Vucevic. Payton drives in, and it's blocked. Now here's Crowder, covered by Payton. And the shot's good from Crowder.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Fournier, guarded by Bradley. Thomas against Payton. Fournier for 3. Shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. Crowder with it. The dish to Horford. In the corner, Bradley with it. And Johnson with the stop.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
So it's Orlando now after the basket by Boston. There's the pick. Fournier for three. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but he came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
But they get it back. Here's Horford, and they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Payton kicks to Ibaka. Payton passes to Fournier. Down low, outside Gordon. And here is Payton, kept alive, a second chance effort, and Ibaka with the layup. And the Magic lead by 1. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now here's Crowder, picked by Horford. It's Thomas outside. The shot no good. Good D by Payton.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
Now here's Crowder after the miss from Vucevic. Bradley with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up from deep. Thomas. Shot's good.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Magic timeout.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach its true potential over the course of the regular season.
Now here's Payton. After the miss from Vucevic, Payton kicks to Gordon. Shoots from 8. Rebound, Boston. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Bradley. Well, good with the triple.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And the Celtics lead by 4.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Now Payton. He kicks to Fournier. 6 to shoot. Picked by Vucevic. There's the 3. Up again, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Payton. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And the second free throw, good. Now, here's Thomas. Kicks to Horford. Passes to Bradley. Johnson the screen. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Knocked away. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And the basket by Payton.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Horford goes in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Vucevic, and Orlando again with the bucket. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Johnson double team. Horford kicks to Crowder. Lets the 3 fly, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Payton. Screen by Ibaka. Payton passes to Fournier. Johnson with the block. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. Thomas's shot is off. Orlando leading. Right side, Gordon. Broke loose. Here's Thomas. And it's Bradley off the drive. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Payton with the ball. Pass to Fournier. Now the feed to Vucevic. Top of the key, Ibaka. 5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago and never really got back on track.
And He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Bradley, and it comes off the front of the rim. Magic shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Pick by Vucevic. And Fournier kicks to Ibaka. The Magic again can't hit.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
Now Payton after the missed three from Serge Ibaka. Crowder with the steal. Here's Bradley. Shot to stop the drought. Can't get the layup.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Tipped away. Here's Ibaka, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
At the line, shooting 2. Serge Ibaka.
Free throw good, Ibaka. Ibaka hits both of them. Here's Thomas. Johnson outside. Horford goes in, and that one's good. Horford's got 4 points this quarter.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Vucevic, kicks it out to Gordon. Out to the right wing. Here's Fournier, guarded by Bradley. Left side, Ibaka. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Ibaka again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bradley can't get it to go.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Here's Fournier. Gordon kicks to Payton. He feeds it to Ibaka. And it's Ibaka again missing. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. Back to Thomas. It's stolen by Vucevic. Payton with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Thomas against Payton. Down low. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Now here's Payton inside. Gordon.
Celtics foul. James Harden. That's his first personal foul. At the line, shooting 2. Aaron Gordon.
That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Horford dishes to Thomas. It's stolen by Ibaka. And they're on the break. Thomas with the steal. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. And the shot falls short this time. Orlando's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And that's coach would draw it up on a fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done. They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 3. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Horford the pass to Thomas. To the inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 1. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. .24 left in the fourth. And Vucevic kicks to Payton. Back to Vucevic. No luck. Good work defensively by Horford.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. It's in!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're down by 1. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Payton against Thomas. Pass to Vucevic. Nails it!
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's putting no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Here is Thomas. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. In the corner, Bradley with it. It's rebounded by Payton. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a whistle and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
All right, now, take a break, 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Inside. Money!
Al Horford clearly has the touch right now.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Peyton. Feeds it to Vucevic. Goes up on the wing. Oh, missed it. Ibaka. And time expires. Fantastic defensive play to seal the win. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, Coach mentioned he wanted to be prepared to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Do you feel like the team played with that level of intensity?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Tough place. Well done on the win. We appreciate it, Al. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
Yeah, Al Horford put in some serious work bringing home this win tonight. He's always been the definition of a great two-way player, and when you've got a big man who's that versatile, it's a huge boost for your ball club.
Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.